Wow, that's a huge question. There are millions of experts, scholars, arts professionals looking at that question every single day. What is art for me? But I always think the most interesting answer is another question. I'm kind of Socratic in that way, where the exhibitions will provoke you, they will inspire you, and they will make you ask questions. And I think that's what's really important, is the learning process about what art means to you as an individual person standing in front of a piece of art. So I've been living here in Chengdu since 2009. So I was here for the 5th Chengdu Biennale in 2011, and I was really impressed by that. It opened up in the East Music Park out in the east of the city. And since then there have been a couple of other biennales in the town of Anren, but I was told that this biennale was going to surpass any other Chengdu Biennale 5 times over, and it's true. A biennale is not unlike an arts exhibition that you would see in a gallery or you would see in a museum. It's a question of scale. It requires huge international networks, huge interregional networks, and a very well coordinated collaboration between arts professionals in these regions, in these countries. A biennale is a huge celebration. It's a conversation. So in this case, you have China engaging in dialogue with dozens of countries all over the world, and you have artworks from many countries. And it's wonderful to see a biennale of this scale here in Chengdu. Oh my God, this artist, who is this artist? Who did this piece? There doesn't need to be any more art after this artist. This artist has done it all, and done it all for the next 3,000 years. Oh wow, look at this. Evokes one of the most important materials of Chinese culture, which is silk and the silkworm. An entire economy is based around the cultivation of silkworms, the making of silk, the export of silk, as in the Silk Roads, with the trade of silk. This is a wonderful piece. This Biennale has 8 sectional exhibitions. It carries on 8 conversations at the same time. And they're all according to the theme of superfusion. What that's all about is that you're taking these binaries between domestic and international, traditional and contemporary, craft and fine art, nature and humanity. But this exhibition breaks down these binaries and then sees how they recombine. Oh! 来了 Hello. Hello.
看了没有？楼上。
看了2个展览。
你看了没有？
你的还没？还没有。我们在等你。
Okay.
This is Lu Peng, the academic coordinator of the Chengdu Biennale, also was the curator of the 5th Chengdu Biennale in 2011. Lu Peng has represented the Chinese pavilion at the Venice Biennale a number of times.
Okay. 这个美丽贡献16个、17个美术学院，所以都在一起。
哇，都是学院哦，我明白了。现在
学院说 some teachers, some students.
哦。
所以他们在一起，主要是想看一下整个艺术教育这一块今天的一个情况，能看到目前的这个全球的艺术教育的水准和情况。像这个是法国的老师。法国的艺术家， You understand?
Um,
它是
study of light and
这个
color.
水的深度，每5米它拍一张，每5米拍，但是随着这个深度不一样，它的颜色就发生了变化，
Oh,
知道吧？
beautiful.
这样就可以来考察一下环境。环境，这就是关于环境的艺术。这个是英国的，
英国的，
就是8个部分有一个美育贡献。不同的学校它就会有不同的教学方法，不同的艺术的态度，所以把它放在一起就能够去呼应这个策展人的这个主题，supervision。不过慢慢看到太多了，是不是？
好多呀，
很多你肯定都还没有看到，也是都没有找到那个位置。
是。
所以它其实是需要2天。I think maybe we need 2 days.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to be writing a series of articles about this Bionale. Yeah, some shorter pieces and some longer pieces. So what I started to do in 2011 was I started to publish articles internationally about Chengdu's art scene. I'd really like to write about what I'm seeing here. I think I could bring something to the international conversation, and they ate it up and they loved it. I always find that international audiences are really interested in what's happening here, not just because they don't know, but because it's authentically interesting. It's offering something very unique and different. My mother is a painter and a sculptor. My father is a poet. So I grew up in a family environment where there was art and literature all around me. When I moved to LA when I was 18 years old, I started to hang around with as many artists as I could. It just became a way for me to understand life. LA is a very creative city. Everybody was an artist. In California, everybody you meet, oh hi, who are you? What's your name? My name is so-and-so, I'm an artist. and you start to see who's really taking their art form seriously and who's kind of just using it as something to decorate their life. When I moved to Chengdu in 2009, I started to look for artists and writers. And it didn't take me long to find them. In addition to the 8 main exhibitions of the Chengdu Bionale at the Tianfu Museum of Art and the Contemporary Museum of Art, there are 17 parallel exhibitions going off like fireworks all around the city right now. So for the next 4 months, it's just an art extravaganza. This exhibition is titled Still On, Shanghai, and the name comes from a quotation by Marcel Duchamp. But it's important that the past be remembered as we move into the future. One of the most important things in our lives right now with all of us during the epidemic, we scroll through Instagram, WeChat, Facebook, what have you. So we're just always looking at images of the world, and it really influences the way that we see others and think about other people and think about the world that we see and think about ourselves. So I'm really, really interested in what I'm going to learn about photography in today's exhibition. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Elaine.
Oh,
my
hello.
sister.
Hey, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
I think a lot of people who come to an exhibition who don't know a lot about modern art or contemporary art They would see these images on the ground and not understand what's going on, because the wall is for the art and the ground is for walking to look at the art. So when the artist merges the ground with the floor, it's a way of interacting with the audience, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very usual way that artists which present their work in different way.
It's very experimental, a little bit radical, isn't it?
Yes.
I love it. I love this little one. And then he's inviting us to actually walk on them. I'm not going to, but some people I can see there are footprints that they have walked on it.
Artist doesn't matter. You said okay, it's I just want to show the whole work, like so. No matter if they put the footprint print on that, it doesn't matter at all. For contemporary art, normally in traditional art, that the artwork and even the artist doesn't happy the public which get into his work.
Then the artist feels satisfied.
But contemporary, which is
like there's not a big wall between like audience and artist.
Yes.
That the fourth wall is broken down.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I've enjoyed seeing the work of Zhang Bin, one of the few very successful woman curators in China. She is very dedicated to her selection of artists and has spent a good deal of time talking to each of the artists and understanding what they're doing in their work, what they're trying to say in their work, and helping them possibly to develop what they want to say and then placing it in a thoughtful manner. Chinese contemporary art has already made a lot of inroads throughout the world. There are so many artists like Xu Bing and Cai Guoqiang. But Southwest China art, that's really my shtick. That's what I'm really interested in bringing to the world. I had one large exhibition called Bad Exhibition Value in Art. I did bring 4 artists from Chengdu, He Gong and Li Yongzheng and Deng Le and Deng Xiao, all who are very well-known artists here in Chengdu, came and contributed to our exhibition there near LA in Southern California. That was a lot of fun seeing how Chengdu artists interacted with LA artists and the kind of conversations they have, and looking and comparing their art forms. To just take their time and enjoy life and create slowly, not according to what the market needs or the international critic need, but what they really want to say with their artwork. I want to bring them to exhibitions outside of China because I think that can actually bring a different message about Chinese culture and China as a country than we have been seeing in the West for the last 30 years. It's a unique contribution. It's subtle, it's nuanced, it's creative, and I think it deserves to have a platform.